What is going on, everybody? My name is Conor Lawler. Welcome back to a week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the show where we choose... No, we don't, Shaun!
We don't choose anything!
This is the show where we talk about the news that the real news is too afraid to talk about. What people may not know is I've tried that intro 3 times, and it was like... when the new year came, I forgot how to do this show.
See, we busted out a fresh Conor from the cloning vat this week.
Yeah.
So he's getting used to things, you know?
I am joined as always by my best pal, Mr. Shaun Mean. Shaun, how's it going?
I'm good, Conor. How are you? Welcome to the world.
I'm a bit stressed. I got my one bad intro out of the year, but some people would say we edit that. I say no, because let's just show everyone how dumb I am.
I want people to know, for the past, there's like 700 episodes of this show at this point. Basically all of them have been one take.
I actually think that they are they all one take? I'm pretty sure they are.
I think that's the charm of it. It's like, look, everyone take a drink. We used to be on the radio.
Yeah.
And there's no take 2 on radio.
Yeah.
You just have to learn to roll
I back
punches.
myself to know what a show we're doing, but apparently today I don't, because you know why that is, Shaun?
Why?
I'm so excited about the new year, meaning new prospects for weird news.
What okay, that's cool. I don't know. That's a weird... You've never taken this tone before in a show, and I'm really unsettled.
That sounded professional.
It did. What are we doing here?
So last week, people might not know, but we released that's actually a funny story.
That's a
our
point
top
of contention.
9 weird news stories of the year. Now I know what you're thinking. Why release top 9? Why call the episode best of? Because
the earliest cube number, isn't it?
Well, you would think that, but no, Shaun. It's actually for a dumber reason. Because everyone knows weird news. All of last year, we had many stories, and then at the end of the year, we give all the kind people who listen to us the chance to vote on some weird news stories.
We do indeed. I see where this is going.
Their top 10 stories of the year. A top 10, if you will. I mean, it's natural. It's probably the most generic version of any list.
I think
easy
10's
to follow.
Overrated. It's just a 1 and a 0. What's that in binary? Like 3?
So how it worked was you all voted. Thank you all very much for voting. Thank you all for reviewing on Spotify and iTunes. Thank you all for all of your support all last year. All the people voted for all their favourite stories. When those votes finished, I added them all up. I put them in a top 10 and I gave them to Shaun. Not only as a top 10, I gave him the timestamps of each episode, and I made it as easy as possible to edit the 3-hour episode that I knew it would be. Now, can you imagine my surprise when I went to add the timestamps to the episode after it was published, and I realised that Shaun forgot to include number 8, Spanish trains too big for tunnels.
Look, it's a good story, but I made the executive decision that day to cut it out.
He forgot.
To be fair, I downloaded it. It was on the timeline. It was just on a different track that I didn't tick to export.
It was so funny. I was literally...
Weirdly, sorry, the train story was on a different track. That's perfect.
Ironic. That is the most ironic. I was literally thought I was going insane, because I was like, I'll add some timestamps to the episode to make it easier for everyone. And I ended up with 9 timestamps, and I was like, how do... Because there's definitely 10 stories.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, fuck. I gotta say, we'll just call it Weird 9 Wednesday. It'll be perfect.
I think that might be your biggest oopsie you've done in a long time.
It's been a while since I've had a big I just fucked up.
Because if we got him to re-edit it, we'd have to re-edit all 3-hour episode.
That's not happening. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not happening.
So everyone enjoy your top 9 stories of the year. We might release the train story on the Patreon as an exclusive.
So go over there if you want to hear that.
But Shaun, it's time for our very first weird news episode of the year. It's very exciting.
It is. We can't wait for another brand new year of weird news with all of our friends.
Why are you talking like that? That's fucking weird.
See, it's fucking odd, right?
Yeah, but I'm allowed to do it. You're not. That's I've already messed up the intro. I'm on the comeback.
I messed up the edit. What am I doing?
That's true. That is true. We're not great. So, Shaun, let's start off with somebody who I know.
Sorry, Conor. Please rate us 5 stars on whatever podcast platform
honest to
you're
God,
listening on.
we do not deserve it, but please, 100, over 100 at this stage.
Over 100 of you agree.
We've over 100 at this stage, and really we have to question your, I don't know, like your level of quality that you search for.
Your own personal level of quality.
But yeah, we're starting this year in the same place that we start every single year.
Every year I forget that
News.
this happens. This is fantastic.
He forgets every year, but we always come back to Jemima Packington on this day, the first proper weird news of 2020 we are in. We always come back to Jemima because, Shaun.
Yeah.
An asparamancer is a word that gets thrown around a lot.
And to, I would say, 99.9% of humanity, that word means nothing.
Could you explain what an asparamancer is?
Easily, Connor. So, imagine someone with the ability to see into the future.
Tough, because they don't exist. Go on.
That's... Hey, look, okay, you're the skeptic on this one. That's what we're doing. You can peer through the veil of time and see what's about to happen. You need some kind of conduit for this. Some people use a crystal ball. Some people use tarot cards. Jemima uses the medium of asparagus to divine future events. And we cover her every year. And we also, I believe, judge what happened last year.
So how this works, and if long-time listeners of the show will know exactly where this is going, and if this is your first time hearing about Jemima, welcome. Because here's the thing, Jemima throws asparagus into the air, and through that can tell us specifically what happens with certain things, such as sport, the royal family, all sorts of stuff.
She said fears about Brexit will be largely unfounded, was one of her most famous ones.
Jemima has been wrong a few times.
Doesn't have a 100% win rate on the asparagus.
She did also predict the Queen's death, so I mean,
I could have predicted the Queen's death.
I mean, she was like 97. I mean, cut down in her prime.
If you're betting against the Queen's death, you were doing bad at that point.
She also predicted Brexit back in the day. Now, look, she's an asparamancer. I'm the skeptic. But I see, normally I'm the believer. Can we swap back?
Do you want to swap back? Are you more comfortable?
I can swap back, yeah, please.
Grand, yeah, let's swap back.
So, obviously, it makes sense. She throws the
You're
asparagus
wrong!
Am I Mulder or Scully? So he throws the asparagus into the air, and then she tells us very specifically what's going to happen in the UK over the next 12 months. And what we do every year is we look at her predictions for last year, see what her success rate was, and then I tell Shaun what her predictions are for this year, and we basically decide whether she is maybe playing it safe or going all out.
That's it. And I head down to the bookies and place a load of high stakes bets on whatever she said.
You are notoriously bankrupt from betting on everything Jemima says.
I've no kneecaps left to give to the local mob.
For example, her main number one prediction for 2023 was that the Lionesses, the English women's football team, would win the World Cup.
Which, as we all know, Connor, tell the people what happened.
No, honestly, no, Shaun, I would not take this from you. It's a sporting event. Please, you tell the people whether they won or not.
The Lionesses did not win.
I did not know that. Yeah, they didn't win, Shaun. Well done.
Did they not? Okay, good. I mean, not good, but like it's.
I mean, Shaun, just predict the opposite of whatever Jemima says. The
You're
Lionesses. Sorry. This is tough. It's tough when we both know she's insane.
Yeah. It's an experiment.
So she predicted that the English women's football team would win the World Cup. They, of course, lost to Spain 1-0 in the final, so it didn't win. So Asparagus slightly wrong on that. But look, I'll give her a slightly wrong. What can you do?
They got to the final, I suppose.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Other thing she said was that the government will survive but will be under pressure.
I mean, yeah, so
that was a cleverer thing to say because it's not actually a voting year. So technically, yes.
Same government, which no one voted for, by the way.
Food rationing may be considered was one of her predictions.
I think something like that happened. that there was like, hey, stop food waste is always a constant focus. But I feel like there's been a bit of like, Britain's not doing so good at the minute.
Unemployed people will turn to farming work.
Then they're employed people though.
I'll be honest with you, a lot of these, there are normally one or two every year that are based around asparagus, because the other prediction she made was green-fingered Brits will turn their gardens into allotments and vegetable plots to grow their own food, which I think might be heavily influenced by the big asparagus state.
Honestly, yeah. And also, like, it is like this isn't funny at all, but there is a cost of living increase going on, and people would generally fall back.
This isn't funny, but we are all going to die. So if you factor that in,
like, it's been unreasonably, like, the weather. Look, I'm not getting into it.
Number 7, strikes will continue to cause misery.
That did happen, yeah, but also support striking workers.
More royal births will be announced.
Was there?
There was no royal. I don't think there was this year. I can't remember.
Did Harry and Meghan have a kid? I don't.
No, but they didn't announce any births.
Right. What if it's just any royal though? Like,
well, that's fucking everyone
in the world.
Like, if you go far enough back, everyone's fucking like. Isn't like Danny Dyer like related to one of the kings?
What? Really?
Yeah, Danny Dyer.
Danny Dyer. Local Cockney hard man.
Danny Dyer, local Cockney hard man, an absolute legend. If you don't know who Danny Dyer is, please look him up. But he is related to
King Edward III.
King Edward III.
That's insane.
I think he did like one of those shows that's like
Who do you think
Who
you
are your
are?
family? Or like, yeah, who do you think you are? And like, he just found out the fact that he was related to a king, which I think is perfect.
So he's related to William the Conqueror. And that's insane.
Yeah, he's a fucking big man. Climate change will continue to be a major cause for concern.
Yeah,
Number
we didn't
13,
fix it this year.
Vague enough, shock celebrity deaths. Thanks, Jemima.
Who were the shock celebrity deaths of 2023?
Number 15 was Chelsea will become a major Premier League force, which did not happen. So she's not big on soccer, I think.
She's got a bit of a blind spot, to be fair. Maybe she's influencing the local bookies.
Maybe that's the thing. So that's her 2023 predictions. Obviously, I would say success rate. It's hard to tell because, I mean, if you say, climate change will be a cause for concern, you will consistently be right every year.
Yeah.
But every time she actually goes out on a limb, such as maybe England women win the World Cup, Chelsea will become a Premier League force, wrong, really. So tough to really tell where she's coming down on, how strong the asparagus is. But Shaun, maybe that's just a yearly thing. Maybe this year the asparagus, it'll be clearer, more crystal clear, more able to tell us exactly what's going to happen, and you can put your life savings on some bets.
Look, that's all I'm hoping for, because to be honest, I'm jammed up at the minute.
So 2024's predictions, according to the woman who throws asparagus into the air and tells us exactly what's going to happen. Number 1, regime change will take place throughout the world on an unprecedented scale, often where least expected.
Right. So let's break this. So regime change would imply government change?
Yeah.
Ireland has an election coming up this year, don't we?
Actually, this year, does Ireland, America and the UK all have a general election coming up?
That is true. So there could be a big regime change. You mightn't expect it in Ireland, where both of our leading parties are basically the same.
Unprecedented scale.
America would be the biggest
Vague
scale.
enough. It's vague enough to be true.
It's vague enough that when it happens next year, you could say, yep, that was me.
Number 2, there will be separations and divorces amongst members of the royal family. Oh, fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, lordy.
Ew, I mean, fucking Andrew's not sticking around long, is
he? Can he sweat?
Anyone read that list that came out?
There was the one that was like, I was shocked. I was shocked to see him there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
I think we were all shocked. Because ever since he gave us that interview and he said he couldn't sweat, I was like, well, it couldn't be him.
I was talked round, honestly. Yeah, I was like, no, it can't be him.
The culture of celebrity will be on the wane, with people losing interest in their antics.
I think that's already happened a bit, hasn't it? Like, there's not as much paparazzi bullshit as there used to be.
Yeah,
because all celebrities, they're all on social media now. And they just tell us everything anyway.
The 2024 Olympic Games will not be a resounding success for Team GB. I suppose that really clarifies to what your definition of resounding success is.
Yeah, if you're saying there that Team GB isn't going to win a gold medal in every category.
Yeah, like resounding success, varied. The events in the Middle East will reach a breaking point. Thank you. See, now, finally, she's coming in on topics she knows about.
Yeah. The Middle Eastern conflict. That's where Jemima
the Asparagus told her.
That's a lot to discern from Asparagus, I will say.
You gotta be looking hard at it for that. Number 6, eco-warriors in the UK will lose support. No more holding up traffic or super gluing the infrastructure.
That's just purely targeted at those Just Stop Oil people.
Yeah, absolutely. Very specific, but like it's like second hand. Like she's not saying it to them, but she is saying it to them. Yeah,
she's getting through it. Like also, like we're 90% sure on this podcast that Jemima voted leave. Just for what
Jemima,
it's worth.
No, Jemima is like, she's okay with foreigners, right? But some foreigners, you know what I mean?
Not in her backyard.
Like, not her foreign friends. But she doesn't like those other ones. You know, the other ones. Not you, she says to them.
Yeah. No, I've no problem with foreign people.
I didn't mean you when I voted leave. I meant the other ones.
The other ones. The comedy show, comedy podcast. It's fine.
It's Jemima. Number 9, deaths among world leaders will occur, and the United States will see their first female president.
Yeah, because Joe Biden's 100 years old.
Shut down in his prime.
Not shot down. You can't put that on that.
No, please. So the United States will see their first female president. Now she's actually come out on a limb rather than be vague.
That's a definitive statement. So, like, to be fair, if Joe Biden dies before the next election, Kamala Harris is the vice president. She would become.
True.
And look, Joe Biden, he's not spry. I think he's the oldest president they've ever had.
I think he might be the oldest man we've ever had. Just in general.
Could be, actually, yeah.
I think it's him and the Queen. And the Queen went down first. And I think he's next up.
I think he's like, I'm going to go see the Queen for a while.
Mental health and well-being will continue to be an important factor worldwide. This will no longer carry the stigma of old. Jemima, these are shit, man. These are your worst ones
You
yet.
used to be cool and you used to make actual calls.
You used to come in strong on something.
Yeah. Like I think everyone knows mental health is important.
These might be the vaguest ones she's ever done. Other than the female president, I think everything else is a raft of very well-paid TV personalities will lose their jobs. Internet influencers will lose their way. Climate change will become a victim of compassion overload. Okay, hang on.
Let's explain. What does that mean? I know what climate change means.
Yeah, I know what all those words mean, but what do you mean become a victim of compassion overload?
Compassion fatigue is what it's correcting to.
Right.
It's Wikipedia. It's the negative cost of caring. Okay, so it's like you hear so much about something and you spend so much time caring about it that it causes you stress and actively damages you.
I think that's true now, though.
That's the thing. As a man who's been on the internet since he was 8 years old, I'm fucked.
She does say though, Shaun, and this might surprise you, I am usually about 75 to 90% accurate in my predictions, as she says every single year. So, I mean, 75 to 90%, that's pretty good.
If your doctor was about to do surgery on you, and he told you that, what would you think?
That's good odds. What surgery am I getting done?
Yeah, eye removal. And then put back in for the laugh.
For the laugh. Oh. No, I'd do it. I'd go for it. He's 75 to 90% successful.
So here's the plan. He's going to take out your eyes, wake you up.
Okay, hang on. I can counteract whatever you're saying because I'm a believer.
Go ahead.
Shaun, for example... No, I'm not a believer. Hang on. No, Shaun, if I gave you a lottery ticket, a scratch card... and I said there's a 75 to 90% chance that you're going to win off this card, would you scratch it?
Of course. Like, what's the downside to me scratching it?
If you don't win, I don't know. I was going to say, like, harm you, but I think you'd enjoy it.
Win-win.
If you don't win, then I will take your shoes off you, put hundreds of upturned plugs and make you walk all over them for the next 2 miles.
2 miles?
2 miles.
You want me to walk 2 miles?
Well, you have a 75 to 90% chance of winning the scratch card, though.
And how much is on the scratch card?
You can win 3 million.
Yeah, I'll do that.
See, that's what I mean. Jemima's fucking locked in, lad.
Lad, if it was 1 in a billion chance, I'd still probably give it a go.
That's true.
But I'm putting your eyes out. I'm the doctor.
Okay, so here's the thing. Jemima, what do we think? Do we think this year might be her best year yet or worst?
I think it's her least committal year yet, which is probably good for her next year so she can retain that 90% success rate.
Yeah.
But it's bad for us and giving definitive, like, the royal family is going to fall apart this year.
I want her to name names. Yeah. I don't like when she says vague. I just want her to start naming celebrities, because imagine, right, you're just like a C-list celebrity, right? You're just like on TV shows every so often on the morning TV, and then like this random fucking asparamancer says, I think Sean Mead will be dead by the end of the year. There's no way in your head you're like, what the fuck does she not? What does she know?
Yeah.
What? But how does she know that?
But then if she goes really small scale with her predictions, can she influence those into happening? You know?
Yeah, because then you would be so psyched out that you might like be double watching every move you make, and then you might be a little slow crossing the road, and you might get hit by a truck that you wouldn't normally have been hit by if you'd been like not thinking of everything. So is she influencing the world? This
is the thing. Can I don't know what your plan for this episode is. Can I add a little addendum to this segment? Which is, can I name some of the events in 2023 that she didn't talk about?
This is a better game. So Jemima threw the asparagus up, and she predicted very specifically that the Lionesses would win the World Cup and that Chelsea would become a major Premier League force. But what she didn't mention was, Shaun,
Jeremy Renner's snowplow accident.
Oh man, yeah, I mean, true. Anything else?
Edward Norton is related to Pocahontas.
Didn't fucking mention that at all. That would have been nice to know, Jemima.
Prince Harry publishes a book. That seems right up her alley.
I mean, that's surely like fucking catnip to the woman.
Yeah, and it has to be the safest bet in the world.
You would know he was writing it already. That would be a slam dunk.
Yeah. The war in Ukraine.
Look, lad, she knew about that. She just didn't want to mention it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, she didn't want to give them a warning.
That's just so you know.
She was the only person in the world that knew that was coming and was like, nah, it's grand, don't worry about it.
Then a bunch of stuff about the Oscars was never mentioned.
No need.
Riots in France over pension reform.
I mean, riots in France is a fucking slam dunk if you just want to do that every year.
Honestly, yeah, the French love a riot.
They love a fucking riot, lad.
Donald Trump mugshot? Like... I've only hit March at this point.
It's not good enough, Jemima. I think we need better.
Yeah, we need specifics, you know? We need... I don't know. Just tell me who's going to die and when.
I'm going to finish on this one-liner from Jemima. Occasionally I get one slightly off, where I haven't quite read the asparagus right, but I'm never too far off, is what she says. So let's just leave it at that.
Is that specifically related to the Lions winning the football?
No, I think the idea is that in her head, the asparagus has the right answer. It's just human error that has caused her not to be able to read them properly.
So she's saying she's not the best asparamancer.
No, she's the best we have, but it doesn't mean she's perfect.
Has she passed on these gifts to anyone? Like...
What do you mean gift? There's no gifts. Just throw some asparagus.
Sorry, no, I'm a skeptic, of course. Wait, you're also a skeptic now. What are we doing?
We're moving on. Shaun, we have talked a lot about the chess world and things happening in the chess world. In 2022 was a pretty big news story. But Shaun, this story was sent in to us over Christmas by one of our patrons, Jackson, who is looking for your job. And he mentioned about this story specifically. I just thought it'd be interesting to bring it up because I have chess champion loses title after pooing in bathtub.
What? Oh, there's no further sentence to that. What? Wait, so that caused him to lose the title?
Chinese chess champion Yan Chenglong decided to commemorate his win, and he's now facing dire consequences for bizarrely defecating in the tub after toasting to his victory. The 48-year-old reigned victorious at the National Chinese Chess Tournament just before Christmas on the 18th of December, beating dozens of contenders to take home the title of chess champion at a hefty cash prize. Okay, good for him, but I don't want to give him too much credit. He barely had time to bask in the glory of his success before the Chinese Association, who hosted the event, announced that his title was being revoked and his jackpot being stripped from him.
Because of the fact that he shit in a bath.
So they found out the shit show he left behind after a night of partying with his pals in a hotel room.
What's the chess after party like, do you think?
It's kind of like the countdown party in the IT crowd.
Oh, that's pretty hardcore then.
That's pretty hardcore. And said he had displayed extremely bad character and violated good morals. The association said Yan consumed alcohol with others in his room on the night, and then he shit in the bathtub of the room he was staying in on the 18th.
That wasn't in the official statement, was it?
They said defecated, but I feel like shit is funnier. In an act that damaged hotel property, violated public order and good morals, had a negative impact on the competition, and was of extremely bad character.
I think there's room in the chess world for a bit of a bad boy. And if that's a 48-year-old man who shits in the bath, well and good.
There's not more bad boy than shitting in a bath.
Oh, it's not even the worst place you could shit in a hotel room.
Top 10 worst places to shit. Go.
Pillow.
Oh, pillow, man. Yeah.
You're never getting that. Like the switch of a lamp. Like
a carpet.
Carpet. Bad.
Carpet.
Bad move. Mini fridge.
Don't freeze it.
The kettle. The Colby trouser press. I could go on.
The government or the association was also forced to address rumours, Shaun, that Yan had cheated, which also unfortunately had something to do with his arse.
No, he didn't do
he was accused of using anal beads equipped with wireless transmitters during the tournament again.
I want to go back in time to the inventor of chess and tell them that this is where it ends up, that this is a common complaint. This
is the second time somebody has been accused of using anal beads in a chess tournament. Shaun, is this something that's ruining the sport for everyone, or a conspiracy theory gone wrong?
Well, it could be that maybe it's like the Tour de France now, where like you simply have to have anal beads to compete, you know? Like, if everyone else is doing it, you're just trying to level the playing field.
If I was to remember, we covered Hans Niemann and Magnus Carlsen.
Yeah.
They had a bit of a spat last year in which the world number one world chess champion basically decided that this new up-and-comer was cheating. And how he was cheating was he had anal beads stuck up his arse, and they were vibrating inside him when he was making certain moves.
It was, that it would, like, I watched a video of a dude who recreated this, and he was like, here's how it would work. And it's like, the first buzzes are how many you move across, like A, B, C, D, E. And then the next one is how many up. So they were physically telling him, put the piece here, you know?
Oh, fuck.
Now, I don't know if there's ever a resolution to that. I know Nyman was like, I'll play naked, I don't care.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Shaun. So this is the second time this has come up, which to me either starts that the first time was a prank gone wrong, and now it's blown up out of proportion, that I think everyone who's now good at chess has anal beads up their arse.
Yeah, which is fascinating, because there was a thing about, it was in, this is real dirtbag, but it was in Futurama. You know the robot Deep Blue? It was like a chess-playing robot that they made.
Yeah.
The argument at the time was that there was a human actually controlling Deep Blue who was just better than Garry Kasparov, who was the best chess player at the time. And that's how they were doing it. And now everyone's like, no, it's a computer pretending to be a man through the medium of anal beads.
This is what the accusation is. So not only did he shit in the fucking tub, but not only that, they're now accusing him that allegedly he was clenching and unclenching rhythmically, which sent information about the state of the players on his chessboard to his computer via code, before the gadget then sent back instructions for what move he should make based off him clenching and unclenching his arsehole.
So he's talking back.
He's having a full-on conversation in the middle of the chess game with his weird computer. Yes.
With his sphincter.
Yes.
Okay. What do we need to do to stop? Okay, say this happened. Let's just take the side that this happened.
There's two scenarios. One, obviously this is fucking mad. But there's another part of all of us that's like, what if this actually fucking happened?
Because we're at the point in chess now where everything's been done and mapped out. So it's just going to be two computers playing each other. But there's two lads with anal beads up their holes. Just vibrating.
We go all in. Give everybody anal beads.
Yeah.
And then it depends, how many squats are you doing? How firm is that sphincter? You know what I mean? How many squeezes are you properly getting out?
Hole wins.
What's your Morse code situation like? Because can you get that code to your computer fast enough to help you win this competition?
Yeah, and then it's a technology arms race of who can get the fastest Bluetooth transmission going.
You're going to just have tennis or chess players with the biggest fucking quads from just squatting all day, every day. They just can twerk for hours.
Just hold piss for days, like the clenching.
Just, honest to God, I think this might be a thing that happens every 6 months now. That whenever somebody wins at chess, you bring up the fact that maybe they have anal beads up their arse.
I just had the best idea. Sorry, forget that, your last sentence. But
sorry, forget everything you just said. I've got a better one.
No, on a Patreon live stream, we should play chess someday.
What are you talking? Hang on, what's your next fucking line?
That's end of sentence.
End of sentence.
But I did do a wink that no one else saw.
See, I can't tell if you've got the beads up your arse or not.
No, there's no beads. There's no beads, Conor.
That's exactly what someone who had anal beads up their arse would say.
We'll have a private meeting beforehand where we prove
Right.
there's no beads. We'll do a load of star jumps. It'll be grand.
I'm going to bring judges in for a full arse inspection before we start playing. Random people on the street.
You there, boy.
You there, boy, what day is it? It's fucking arse searching day. Get in here, you fucking little prick.
Come on, get me a goose.
Go on here now. Anyway, sure, look, I'll take off my trousers and we'll get started.
Oh, no. That's how you got on that list.
I think that's a different Patreon video than you're thinking of.
My original pitch was let's
Yeah.
play chess.
Yeah, but you gotta check to see if we're cheating.
I'm not going to cheat. I don't know how to cheat in chess. Well, I
But
know
like-
how, but I don't have the means.
yeah, it's just something that I don't want to get involved in, really.
Just chess in general.
No, not like if like no, the cheating of within the chess.
Oh, of course. Sorry.
I just don't want to win that much. I don't think.
No, yeah. I don't think there's anything that I care. I don't care enough about anything to cheat at it. Does that make sense?
I don't know about that now.
What would you cheat at?
I'd see you stealing a few hundred out of the Monopoly fucking bank. I could see that happening.
That's capitalism, and I'm perfectly fine taking from
It's not my fault that I'm taking the money. It's your fault.
I'll steal from a landlord. Who cares?
You are the landlord.
Oh no!
I think we could play chess, but I feel like you would kick the shit out of me only because you know stuff about chess in terms of like you've watched games and you know these people.
Yeah, and maybe I've taken some of that in through osmosis or whatever.
Yeah, I don't like that idea because you'd absolutely wreck me.
Well, that would that be so bad, Conor? Is my question.
Yes, but I don't like losing.
All right, back to Baldur's Gate 1 it is.
We work together. No, we could play one of chess and then one of Scrabble.
Oh man, you know I'm terrible at spelling.
I know. You know I had a 100-game winning streak on Scrabble Online.
You did. You would text me and you were like, "Oh, I hate this guy that I'm playing against.
I want to fuck him up." I would. Yeah. So I feel like the chess world. I don't know what it's going to do after all these scandals. Maybe the sport of chess is ruined forever now that the arses have been involved in too many scandals.
Like, you know all those scenes in like 80s movies where the hero and the villain meet up and they play a game of chess and it's real tense and they talk about their motives. All of them have anal beads up them. That's what's in my head now. There's no way they could be that good.
Every time I see anybody playing chess in the park, in public, I'm like, how many do they have up there and how much vibration is going on? Where's their computer is really the question we need to ask.
Because then does it become like how sensitive you are to the vibration? Because if you can get a little vibration, that's okay. But if it's like a jackhammer going off in your hole...
So you're just about to make a move and you're just bouncing up and down in your fucking chair.
Every move is preceded by
The table is just fucking rattling off your kneecaps just constantly, just like Jesus Christ.
pieces are going everywhere.
You're like, he hasn't made a move in 20 minutes. He's so stressed.
He got real excited and then had a cigarette for some reason.
Oh jeez, I'll make a move now in a second there now, lad.
Do you want a taxi? You do.
Give me a minute. How was it for you anyway? Are we just starting, are we? Alright.
Oh no.
Oh man, I think they need to bring anal beads into everyone in the chess. I want to see who the best chess player is with anal beads.
Yeah, I feel just make it a requirement at that point.
Yeah, and the winner gets a celebratory bathtub that they can shit in if they want.
We didn't even address any of that. Like,
No.
why did he shit in the bath?
Look, you know how it is. You have a night where you just need to shit in the bath.
No, Conor, I don't. I've never had that happen.
You don't?
No.
Oh, yeah, me neither. Yeah, cool.
I'm going to replan that stag do fairly quickly.
I don't even have a bath.
No, I have a shower.
I have someone. A neighbour has a bath.
Sorry.
Sorry, Margaret. Can I just come in for a second? I have a chess game in an hour. Just need to clear some stuff up.
It's the first show of the year.
Shaun, we're moving on to our next piece of news. And I have two things for you. One, we can either go nerdy, or two, we can do human error leads to massive problems.
Oh, I think, fuck. I do love human error, but I am a big nerd. Let's do nerdy and see what happens.
13-year-old becomes first person to beat Tetris on the NES.
I saw this happen.
Yeah, you saw it happen.
Yeah, I was watching it.
Oh, of course you were. Fuck me. So obviously Tetris, classic game.
Yeah.
And Tetris player Blue Scutty, he's a 13-year-old competitive Tetris player, and he became the first human to force the classic game into a kill screen, the de facto game over for the legendary puzzler, in which the game freezes and becomes unplayable. The feat was only ever accomplished by at a computer system previously. He is the first human to ever beat Tetris.
Yeah, so like he got a score so high that the computer couldn't calculate it anymore. Yeah, basically.
So he went through level after level after level, with the bricks falling at like an ever faster pace constantly. And after about 38 minutes of continuous play, he crashed the game. The screen froze, the music stayed stuck on an endless note after his score became so high that the game could no longer function.
And like the happiness in this kid's face when he did this was insane.
He said, I can't feel my fingers, I can't feel my hands.
Which, like, if you're playing high-speed Tetris for 40 minutes,
yeah,
that'll happen.
How many beads do you think he had up there when he did it, though?
Yeah, Conor, this is a 13-year-old boy we're talking about. We're not making those jokes. All right? Back to the island with you.
How many bathtubs is he shitting in? These are the two questions I have for everyone. Okay?
Those are my two requirements for an elite sports.
For every person who ever accomplishes anything anymore. Right? One, how many beads are up there? And two, what bath are you shitting in?
Conor will be hosting the Oscars this year.
Leo, come here to me now. I have a question for you, Sir Sharon. Right? I don't know if this is going to go down well, but hear me out.
Are you good at Tetris, by the way?
Am I good at Tetris? Probably not.
Right.
I would say I'm median level at Tetris, in that I could probably beat 1 or 2, 3 levels and then probably get taken out. But if you gave me like an hour or two, I could probably become above average.
Okay. Say I had a way for us to play competitive Tetris online.
Yeah.
How would that
What is your deal now with just ruining me in online games that you know you're good at? What's this new 2024, Shaun?
I decided I'm going to be a problem, so...
Oh, you did! I do remember that, yes! You want to create a scenario in which you just consistently beat me in every online game to get one up.
I think it would be really funny if I had a streak of wins against you at anything in the world.
I think that would annoy me endlessly.
Yeah. Which is why I want to do it really bad.
That is true.
But I don't know if I'm actually better at you than anything.
That's so sad.
No, not in a complex kind of way. Just like, you're pretty talented.
No, I could figure it out. But I think you would kill me in Tetris and chess. Are we doing it cold? Am I getting it like a bit of practice, or are we just going cold?
I feel the way we would do it in my head is we would decide like a month before. It's like, here's the chess episode that we're doing.
Yeah.
And then we both get to practice. You would practice and I would not, is what would end up
I would psychotically practice from like 6 o'clock in the morning.
You would. Yeah. And then we'd have like a best of 5 kind of game.
Well, you wouldn't need it. Like it'd be 3-0, really. Like it'd be done.
This is why I want to do. You've gotten so competitive about something that hasn't happened or isn't scheduled. You've gotten stressed.
I mean, you'd win because I'd be vibrating so much I'd be having a fucking happy old time. That's all I'm saying.
It overloads and you just explode on live stream.
No, we can, over the Patreon, we do have a certain threshold. We will start putting up video game content over there.
Yeah.
We haven't reached the threshold yet, so if you do want to get access to all that content, head over to the Patreon now. Me and Shaun are collectively average at video games, so like that's so fun to watch. I love when I watch average people play.
That's what everyone wants out of it.
Yeah, that's what everyone wants.
No one wants high skill playthroughs.
Mate, I don't want skills. I want my level to be like, I would have done the same.
Is me playing the Batman games and you getting to rinse me?
That would be
what I'm doing.
Yeah, I would let you play the Batman and just like talk you through it, but consistently just be like, just disappointed.
So if you want to hear that.
Shaun, we do need to move on because I do have two big stories I did want to touch on this week that were very important, and they're both from Florida.
Oh.
Because this one was sent in to us by another one of our patrons, Anna, who said that, and this is very embarrassing because she sent it in and I was like, oh, we already did this story. Like, I was like, no, not like in a mean way, but just like, oh, I remember that story from last year. That's so funny, right? Which sometimes happens. Sometimes, like, they put up TikToks of older stories.
And it gets like a second life where it's
gets a second life and we get sent it on one of our social medias, which I still love when people send in that stuff because I'm like, oh, that's so cool that it came back around.
I remember the first time that happened and you were like, that's cool, someone sent in a story.
Yeah, so like,
and now it happens really regularly. It's nice.
And I get to have the moment like, oh, we actually talked about that in episode whatever it was, and the people are like, oh, cool, I'll go check it out. So that's always fun. But she sent this in and I was like, oh, that's so cool, we actually talked about that last year. And I went to find the episode, and then having done research, I was like, this is a different time it's happened. The same thing.
Okay. A lot's happened in Florida.
Florida woman baffled by bizarre theft. I came home and my driveway was gone.
Sorry. That's the one that's repeated itself.
Yeah. It was so specific that I was like, oh, we talked about that. And then I went, wait, another driveway is gone.
Like, if it had been, I fought an alligator or something, yeah.
Yeah.
But the driveway one is very niche, I would have thought.
Very niche. A single mom who was trying to sell her Florida home is scratching her head over a bizarre theft after someone stole her concrete driveway out of the ground. I came home and my driveway was gone, she told the news. She realised someone had ripped up the concrete driveway last month, leaving a patch of muddy dirt in its place. So the mystery started soon after she listed the home for sale, the baffled mom said. Soon strange contractors started showing up to measure the driveway, with her son counting 5 such workers in total.
It's not a 5-man job, is it?
When she asked the crew what they were up to, they told her a Tampa area man identified only as Andre hired them to price a replacement. The team even provided her text messages purportedly showing Andre asking for the estimate and providing them her address. The suspicious client, however, was out of town when the contractor requested an in-person meeting and cut off communication when asked for proof of ownership. Right. 1 week later, her doorbell camera captured a bulldozer driving up to the home as she was in work and ripping the whole concrete driveway up and hauling it away.
Why is the goal to damage the driveway and possibly the resale value of the house, or is it to steal the concrete?
So it really is the question of, is it a personal attack on her, or is it just a general theft of concrete that's on sale?
Surely there's easier ways to steal concrete. Like, there's enough concrete out there
to go around.
Yeah. Get an abandoned building made of concrete.
Her real estate agent, who has a great name, Rocky Sanchez, Rocky Sanchez is a boxer name, recalled the utter shock of learning of what had happened. So imagine trying to sell the house, and then they're just like, oh, it's a lovely home, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, it's a fucking beautiful spot. Come have a look at the house, it's an open day. Someone stole the driveway yesterday. All right. Okay.
What if it was the same real estate agent as the last one?
Just like so confused.
Sorry? What?
So what do you mean you have no driveway anymore? That was like one of the selling points.
Yeah, it's taken as a given, basically, when you're selling a house.
Rocky Sanchez said, I've never seen this before. I've never had this happen to myself or anyone else in the world.
Well, Rocky, you're poorly informed, is all I'd say to you.
Now, come on now, Rocky. Sanchez posted about the missing driveway in a Facebook group for realtors and believes the woman is a victim of a strange scam. I had multiple people come forward saying that they've seen things like this happen, whether it be driveways, roofs, painting, even outside the exterior. So now they're under pressure to replace the driveway in order to sell the home within 2 weeks, or else she will lose the property she's under contract to buy nearby.
Okay, so this is some kind of real estate scam where they devalue what's being sold to try and get in at a lower price.
It's either a scam to stop her, either it's on the end of the house that she's buying. So maybe someone doesn't want her to buy that house, and they know that she can't move until she sells the previous house. So what's the easiest way to do that is you wreck the previous house's price.
Yeah, and just tank it so that there's no other options.
So then she can no longer move to whatever home that you're trying to defend.
Which is really horrifying to do to someone.
Yeah. She needs 10 grand to replace the driveway.
Is that... Okay. Here's my question. How cheap could you do it? I'd wager I could do that for 3.
What are you talking about?
Just on my own, you could probably...
You alone making a driveway?
Yeah. It's mixing cement and pouring it.
Right.
Yeah.
For 3 grand.
3 grand. 90% of that is cement cost, I'll be honest.
And where are you getting all the machinery to do it?
You don't need machinery. You can mix cement in a fucking wheelbarrow.
You get a big bucket and a big fucking mop, turn the mop around, stir it up.
It's not, all I'm saying, look, it'll take a while. 2 weeks I could do it.
There's no way you could, without machinery, do a driveway in 2 weeks.
I could cement a driveway in 2 weeks. It's not like it's a pit that needs to be filled in.
No, but you need to make all the cement in no machinery.
Yeah, I'm not saying it'll be... I could okay, €600 I could rent a cement mixer.
Right.
And then, there's the mixing taken care of.
But you need, the thing that flattens it all down afterwards.
That could just be a little 2x4. That's fine. You drag that across. That's called screeding, Connor.
This is the worst you've done in a while.
No. This is the one that I'd be most confident in, to be honest.
There's no way that you could do that.
I'm going to cement you into your house.
Go on then. I dare you. I double dog dare you to do that.
All right, give me 3 grand and we'll talk.
No. Here's 3 grand. Now come on and cement me. Go on there now.
Go on, prove me wrong. Huh?
I don't know how you recover from that, because how do you have that conversation with the people looking to buy your home? It no longer has a driveway.
Yeah, and even if you talk them round to be like, you can do your own driveway, you still live in an area where it's incredibly likely that your driveway will get stolen.
It is nothing sacred anymore. Even the things that are cemented down are no longer safe.
What if you did some kind of a rug, but cement coloured over top, just for the viewings and such? Would that work at all?
years. The biggest rug you've ever seen over the driveway.
It's a lot of rug cost, actually, isn't it?
That's probably a 10 grand rug. Really?
What about tarmac?
I'd do it for 3.
I'll make a rug. I'll share a few sheep.
I'd make a rug out of with no machinery. I'd sew it myself for 3.
Yeah, made with love. Made with love.
Won't be made in 2 weeks, though, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm going to need a 9-year turnaround on that one.
Shaun, we're finishing off weird news this week in the only place that we could, and that is Florida man arrested after allegedly diving naked into Bass Pro Shop aquarium.
This did the rounds. This made the group chats. I've had in-person discussions about this story.
Yes. It's very, very big. It's in Leeds, Alabama.
Yeah, which is...
Not in Florida, but is it a Florida man in Alabama?
It must be. But it's the Bass Pro Shop that is a giant pyramid, from what I know.
Yes, so he was arrested and will be charged Friday after... I like how in the headline it says allegedly diving naked into the aquarium. There is literally video of this man swimming around naked in the aquarium. Tough. That word allegedly is, it's hanging on.
It's like they haven't sentenced him, so they have to say that.
Technically, it's allegedly.
I will say as well, Conor, and we're going to get into this once you've given the details of the story.
Yeah.
But I have a question for you about this man.
Oh no, is it a cold water situation? It probably is. So Leeds Police Chief Paul Irwin said the incident happened shortly before the store closed. The 42-year-old man reportedly began acting erratically and intentionally drove a vehicle into a pole in the store parking lot. After the crash, police said the suspect exited the vehicle, stripped all of his clothes off and ran into the store. Once inside, the man jumped into the giant aquarium that's within the store. It's fucking massive.
It's huge. Honestly, it's weird that that's in like a shop.
It's like 40 feet long and it's like a giant, beautiful aquarium.
America's insane. And look, Alabama, probably... It's actually, no, it's winter. It wouldn't be warm at all.
Oh, it would not be warm in January, no.
There's probably evidence to the fact that it's not very warm.
There's probably many bits of evidence, really. Not a lot to see, but there's a lot to believe.
There's a lot to infer from that.
The suspect was belligerent and refused to cooperate with officers' instructions to get out of the water. 2 officers were then seen attempting to talk the man in a video recorded by a bystander. As the officers walked up the store stairs and approached the aquarium, the man exited the water, yelled something to the officers, and then dove back into the water.
The old 1-2, he confused them.
It was one of up, fuck you, and back down, I assume.
Yeah, and like, when you're at your most vulnerable, to still be talking shit to the police is impressive.
Yeah, imagine anywhere in public, just like being watched by like 50 people. Police are there, you are stark naked, and you still think you have the high ground.
Yeah, you are naked, literally trapped in a pool of water.
In a pool of water that has walls in it.
There's one exit, like.
And they may have the power, but you still have the right to insult them. Maybe think, I'm definitely getting out of this scot-free. There's no way they'll get me. I'm only really wet and covered in water. I've got to move real quick.
Is there... What would be the charge on this one? Like, is it indecent exposure, probably?
Oh, several things. I mean, because he continued to shout at the officers before he climbed over the side of the aquarium and then fell to the concrete floor below and apparently knocked himself out.
It is a tough sight seeing him. I've seen the photo of him. I've seen the photo of him in the pool, and then also the photo of him spread eagle on the ground. And I've been both of those men at various points.
Legs akimbo. Officers placed the man in handcuffs, and then he awoke and he attempted to struggle. He then assaulted one of the officers with a kick to the leg. He was then covered by a blanket and escorted out of the store. Irwin said that as the officers attempted to place the suspect into a patrol car, the man kicked the vehicle door strongly and damaged the door frame.
Fucking hell, he's got a fair kick on him.
Yeah, he's kung fu.
For a man who's definitely barefoot at this point.
So, I mean, barefoot kicks are... I mean, you got to be tough for them.
Yeah. I am tough, Conor, thanks.
So his charges include, he will face an array of charges, including public lewdness, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, second-degree assault, 2 counts of criminal mischief for hitting the pole and damaging the patrol car, and 2 counts of reckless endangerment for how he drove the vehicle on the way to the pool.
Okay.
You're his lawyer, Shaun. Get him off.
Okay, first of all, that lewdness charge, bullshit, Your Honour.
Yeah. There was nothing there.
Nothing. I was going to say,
there's nothing there.
There's nothing lewd about the human body, you know?
Your Honour, think of Ken the doll.
Yeah.
I mean, that is all we're saying here.
Yeah, think if Ryan Reynolds had, or fucking Ryan Gosling, sorry, had been in that pool, would it have been a different story?
Yes, Your Honour,
yeah,
but no longer like this.
The criminal mischief, that's our favourite charge on this show, because that means
He's
we can
up for
talk
mischief.
about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's mischief. It's not like he hasn't hurt anybody in particular. He hit a pole and then he kicked the patrol car. But really, also second-degree assault, but I think that's just from kicking one of the officers.
Yeah, which is like, look, I'll give him that. You shouldn't kick people.
But what if you're having a swim and they pull you out of the pool?
That could be a lifeguard for all you know, and don't kick lifeguards. I'm still his lawyer at this point.
Technically, though, what has he actually done that's against the law?
I'd give him, like, you're probably not allowed to swim in the
Can a man
tank.
not swim in peace?
He can, but in a designated swimming area. There's probably all kinds of weird fish in there, and it's not safe for humans, you know?
But he's a Florida man. He's not a human. He's stronger than humans.
Dangerous statement to make there.
No. He's the next version up.
He's
a
like
more
the
approved
X-Men to our
he's
humans.
the X-Men to our normal people. Like that's the thing. Like he can withstand more.
It was a pool of acid he jumped into, actually.
He'd be fine. He'd swim it out.
He'd swim. That's the walk it off equivalent. He'd swim it out.
Swim it out.
Swim out the poison there, you'll be grand.
He was arrested on Thursday at 20 to 10 at night. George Owens, 42. I mean, George, what a man.
Yeah, I think he's the first, like, guy this year, you know?
He's the first proper Florida man.
Yeah, he's the Florida man of 2024 so far.
Yeah. It's going to be tough to beat, but he went to sleep for the fishes.
Honestly, it is going to be really hard to do better than that, because that's so insane and so nonsensical that it's perfectly Florida.
So, Shaun, I think that's it for this week's Weird News.
What a week. Would you like me to take us out, Conor?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We will be back on Friday with Hero or Zero. Next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesday. Then, big thank you to everyone over on Patreon. Patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Link to that is in the description. And special shout outs go to Róisín and Baby Ben Palmer, Joe Burney, Ryan Komatsu, Dozer Enthusiast Evanson, Waffles Loves You and hopes you have a good day, David Clarke, Shaun Chuck in the wash and it'll be grand Jamieson, Dominic, Anna Irish Walrus Forever, and congrats Róisín on your baby Hjelmroos, Daniel McLaughlin, Lordsmish, Michelle Browne, Michaela Doughty, Frost kind of wants to hear the proposal story, Ed Ball, Conor and Lorraine are debating which is cuter, Shaun's proposal in Japan or Conor's proposal on the PELP. Russ, I am taking a break from demanding anecdotes to also shout out Baby Ben Palmer, Hey Ben Parfitt. Jackson Brueheim is honoured to be picked as Shaun's replacement and has already claimed his parking space. Liz had a future many on St. Paddy's Day and tipsily subscribed to the Patreon. Ciara Lawler, Judge Lahey, The Amazing World of Keza, Kyle Borowski, Rory screamed when he was responded to on Twitter, and Shaun subbed to the Patreon after 10 creamy pints. Thank you all very, very much for your continued support of the show. We really, really appreciate it. Head on over to Patreon if you want to support us, or if you want to get access to our movie reviews and TV show reviews and everything we ever do over there. There are other ways to support the show. There is a merch store, heroesforhire.ie/shop. Twitter is at Heroes for Hire Pod. The 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Devilment's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast. And the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
And I think that's about it, Conor.
I think so. So I've been Conor Lorraine.
I've been Shaun Meehan.
I shall see you all next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.